This is what happens when you brush your teeth. Take a swig of water, and for some reason it interacts with your mouth, absolutely freezes it to like -degrees, causing horrific pain, and you have no other option but to eject it quickly. I have water on my wheelchair. Yum. Good morning. We are just getting in the car and on the way to the other end of Cornwall. First of all, we got to go to the doctor's to drop a letter off, and then to Tesco's to get some dinner tea, whichever one. But we're going to be really good, but we'll show you what we're going to have later, because ordinarily when we go in like on hospital appointments, we always stop at McDonald's, KFC or something like that, yeah. But we're being really good today, and I'm sure you'll be proud of us. So we're just about to get into the car. No, we are in the car, and we're just about to go. So we'll see you in a bit. We're just getting petrol, and I just said to Sophie that my CPN has said that she's going to, she's asked if the 28th of Feb was going to be good enough to see me. I mean, like I said before, February is one of the worst months of my life. And she's so oblivious. Like, I literally feel like I could sit here and cry, because the one person that's supposed to be giving me support and helping me is ignoring me and just palming me off till the end of the month now. Just don't get it. Hopefully Soph can speak to the team on Wednesday and do something about it, because this is unfair. Oh well. Like I said, we're just getting petrol, and then we're going to be heading off down to the other side of Cornwall. So I'm going to be napping, because I just want to curl up in a ball and hibernate and not exist right now. So we'll see you in a bit. When you watch lots of Supernatural on Amazon, and you suddenly see your breath, makes you think that there's a ghost in the car. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell and give us a like if you know what we mean. Supernatural. What's it?
And if you don't.
Oh, and if you don't, yeah. You can still do all the above, even if you don't. We're home, guys. It's 5:45. Just about to have some tea. It's the tea that we took with us. Basically, because we left at 4, and we figured by the time we get home it'll be like 5:30, 5:45, whatever, because of traffic and that. So we didn't eat. We saved it for when we got home. And what we got, because we were being so good, is we got a salad bowl. Some meat. And some garlic sauce. And to add a little bit of carbs into it, we got one single bread roll. Yeah, how good are we? Oh, and coleslaw.
But it's just a pink slaw, so it's just like in like a vinegar.
So it's a lot healthier.
And
We was going to get some ice to try and keep it cool, because it was getting quite hot in the car. surprisingly in this weather, but it had holes in the bags, so we couldn't do it. So, frozen strawberries.
Which are still half frozen, but
Yeah.
I'm going to go put them out here where they can not get anything wet.
So, long and short about my appointment, it was my orthopaedic appointment about my dodgy hips that, you know, when people, like when you're a baby, you do the hip test to see if it clicks, like get a clicky hip or anything. Well, 22 years after I was born, because of a labral tear that I got, I found out I got the labral tear because I have got bilateral hip dysplasia, which is like my hips are rotated the wrong way by like 15 degrees. And as a result, after 22 years of me walking on hips facing the wrong way, it caused something called a cam deformation and arthritis. So I've been having a couple of surgeries, one to fix the labral tear when it's there, and then it was to shave my bone to get the cam deformation away and to get the arthritis away. The problem is, where's SpongeBob? Oh, you're on it. Yeah, the problem is each surgery works for about 6 weeks and then it no longer works. And the reason why is because there's a second stage surgery that needs to be done where they fracture my femur, rotate it the way it's meant to be, and then reset it. Since that time, I've become a full-time wheelchair user. And, thanks, I've gained a lot of weight. Right, obviously I've not seen him since my last surgery, which is nearly a year. We've both decided that we're not going to do another MRI because all it's going to do is more radiation, where basically we're going to see all these really bad results again, and
we already know are going to be there.
Yeah, and not be able to fix it. So the last time I went into clinic before last surgery, which was September 2017, I saw one of my consultant's colleagues, and he referred me to somebody to try and help me with my weight because I can't exercise, and even with having very small amount of calories, I'm still gaining weight. And when I went to this weight bloke, he basically said, "You're too complex, I don't really want to touch you. We won't do the weight loss surgery, just it's too high risk." Even though I said that I've had plenty of hip surgeries and everything's been fine, they've still refused. So, seeing him today, which I have to, like, hands up say that my consultant, his name's Mr. Norton, I've looked after him since day one, and even when they said that he's now moved to the other end of Cornwall, I'm still seeing him because I refuse to see anybody else. I saw 3 other hip consultants before him that told me there was nothing wrong. And literally, he's one of the best orthopaedic surgeons in the UK. There is facts on that. I didn't just make it up. It is on the internet when you look at orthopaedic surgeons. And we've decided that we're going to give me pain injections direct into my hip every few weeks, just to try and manage my pain for now. These were his words, he's probably going to get in the shitter for not following protocol, but basically he's going to jump straight to the head of the weight loss surgery team, like the consultant, and tell them they have to see me because everything is going to keep getting worse unless I try and get some weight off as well, which we know, which is why we keep trying to lose weight. but it's really difficult when you can't move. And the hydrotherapy pools have refused to see me, physios don't do nothing, and it's literally just like a battle that we're trying to fight on our own, and we're losing. So we are hoping that if he contacts the bloke straight away, the head consultant of the weight loss surgery, that and explain everything that it's doing for me with all my other ailments, hopefully he will do it. Then if I do have the weight loss surgery and I do manage to shift a lot of weight, then they will re-look at doing the surgery on my hip. Whether it's to redo the surgery that I've had a couple of times, or to redo that surgery alongside breaking my femur, we're not sure. It literally depends on how things go with everything else. So it was a pretty good appointment, and I'm pretty pleased with the outcome, because I said to Soph before, I'm not going to have surgery on my hip for a third time, as it is, because it is painful. He's basically spearing my hip socket with a knife and like
scraping it.
Yeah, literally scraping at my bone to get it off. It causes a lot of pain. It causes me to be static in a bed for a while, which is obviously risky for my chest. So yeah, we'd already discussed that weeks ago, saying that I'm not going to get the surgery again unless things were to change. So yeah, we're pretty pleased. Well, I say we, I assuming Sophia's, that we're pleased with the outcome, and we're just hoping that this consultant in the weight loss team is actually going to do something about it, because his underdog refused to help, and then obviously as a result refused to refer me to his boss. So we just got to keep fingers crossed that everything goes to plan with that, and I can get rid of my dodgy hip. But the problem is, my left hip is now starting to do it as well. But that's what you get for having bilateral hip dysplasia. It's not just in my one hip, it's in both. It just so happens my right hip is the worst rotated, the worst of causing the cam deformation, and then obviously that's what caused the labral tear to begin with. So we just got to sit and wait now to get the pain relief injection, which we sorted all the paperwork and did all the MRSA screening today, so it's all sorted to just hopefully do it regularly. So it means more regular hospital appointments, but I might have better pain control, because when we take the morphine, it goes throughout your body. This pain injection is literally put into my hip socket, needle this big, if not bigger, goes straight into my hip socket, anaesthetic goes in there, and pain relief, and then it stays there for a little while, because obviously it's not in a blood supply, it's not being pumped around, so it just sits like a little pocket inside. So we shall just have to see if that works for now. But now we are going to have our meat, salad, garlic sauce and bread. I'm going to watch some more Supernatural, so that the next time we breathe out and it's freezing cold, we can think we have another ghost of us.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Look at those army pegs.
Hi everyone.
Gosh, you side-eyeing me.
Yeah, I can't be bothered to move my actual head.
You're gorgeous.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you love me?
I looked at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Mum.
It was really sad. Soph and I both needed the toilet. Soph went downstairs, I went upstairs. Alba came bombing it up to me. Came in for toilet cuddles. And she stood up in front of me, put her arms on my shoulder and tucked her head in here, and she started crying. I was like, what's going on? So then she went wild. So I got Soph to open the door downstairs, and so that she could see if she could do it then. and she pretty much did the same thing, but
Yeah,
then went
she
wild again. So we don't know if it was the fact that Soph and I both disappeared at the same time.
And she was asleep in the kitchen. So
Yeah.
whether she didn't realise we were gone, woke up and we were gone.
Like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Oh, I was sleeping.
It's the arms that get me.
Those are my arms.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I forgot to say earlier, one of the other things that the consultant said was that there's this new gadget that's out. I don't remember if he said it was just not down in this area of the UK or whether he said it just wasn't in the UK at all yet. And I still got that lump.
Might just take longer to go.
Oops.
I caught you, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
I was running and everything.
She was snoring too. Yeah, I can't remember which area it was that you said. But basically it's like a hoist. But instead of having someone sat down in a sling, it's this like harness that goes over your like upper body.
Mommy, you're bugging me.
Would you believe all she's done today is sit in the car and travel to the other side of Cornwall? They've not even been out for a run. And she has pooped. Bless her. But yes, fourth attempt on this little story. Basically, there's a harness that goes around your chest and it holds you so that you're kind of in the standing position. So it like relieves pressure on your spine and your hips and things. And it can just obviously give you different movements, reduce pressure sores. And like me, I've got a small amount of movement in my legs. I would be able to like walk just to be a little bit active. So
It would be very cool.
that would be pretty epic if we could have that going from the hallway, no, from the living room oops. Adorable. Yeah, running through the living room to the back door. That would be epic.
It will.
We've decided I'm going to be starting my POTS meds tomorrow. The last few days my heart has not been happy with me. It's skipping beats and my blood pressure is through the roof. I think this morning the highest one was 172 over 103. But my pulse is really low.
I thought it was 179.
Might have been.
I don't know.
It's 170 something over 130. And yeah, my pulse is really low and it's just not normal, so it needs to be regulated. So
It's making you feel really ill as well, isn't it?
yeah, or like I can constantly feel my heart fluttering because of the way it's beating. So it needs to be sorted. So we're gonna have to start the POTS meds before my birthday now, which is a bit crappy.
Indeed.
But hopefully I'll be feeling alright. I don't know. But we've now got to move Alba Bob because she's got her injection to do.
I'm not okay with it.
No.
No.
I was doing more on my secret project tonight, which is going really well. And I got a bit of sawdust in my eye, so I had to pull a big chunk out of one of them.
It was massive.
I felt it go bing like that, and I was like, help. Literally. It was horrific. And as soon as Sophie looked, she was like, oh my god, that's huge.
I thought I was going to go and be like, well, I can't see anything. And I looked and I was just like...
A whole chunk of like wood in my eye.
Literally, like, it was like you could see it from like, maybe not a mile off, but from quite a way.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's not right.
But I found these in the bathroom. So I might have to do one of them tonight.
Did you bring in two? Yay. And
They-
in fact, she's like, I found these in the bathroom. She only bought them last week.
I know, I forgot about them though. So it's an eye mask. It's a moisture bomb eye tissue mask. Coconut water and hyaluronic acid visibly reduces fine lines, replumps eye contours. I think I got enough eye contours. No, -4 degrees skin cooling effect. That will help with my high temperature I have again tonight. We couldn't start the anti-bugs because we've run out. So we've put in a prescription and hopefully we can get them in me before it progresses. But I don't know. So we've got all that to do. We need to go and cut around Bob now, so we're gonna let you do it. So we're gonna see you tomorrow, guys. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Monday the 4th of Feb. When trust is scary. Moses said to the people, fear not, for God has come to prove you. somebody or not to suit somebody else. That will soon fade out, and that person will